get my stream up. Hopefully we are live. Hopefully, sorry if everyone is getting a bit of a weird status effect. Okay, copy. Paste. And boom. We are fully live, everyone. Of course, welcome to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition playthrough. This is the start of the Mass Effect 2 series. I've got to set up the playlist when I get on my PC after the stream, because I'm going to go on my PC for a bit just to play some games and also go watch some stuff. So yeah, welcome, Mass Effect 2. I have my cup of tea ready. I have some chicken pops because I haven't eaten anything this morning and I need something to eat. Also, it's midday, so it's dinner time. So yeah, let's begin. Mass Effect 2. One of my favorite games in the Mass Effect series. Mainly for the couple of reasons. Okay, here's a couple of reasons why. One, it is the start of the Tali romance. For one, for those who do know me, I mainly romance Tali or Tali Zora Vasnaya or Tali Zora Vas Normandy in the Mass Effect games. Of course, the only one I don't romance her in is, of course, Mass Effect 1, since she is technically, she is not available as a romance in that one. Since she is technically on a pilgrimage, so she wasn't able to settle down or anything like that or have romance in that game because of the stuff she was doing on a pilgrimage. Plus, it was more of the Saren situation, so no one had really much time apart from, Liara and then, of course, Ashley, if you're playing as male shepherd. So yeah, second reason why I like this game: the combat. The combat has been improved since Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 1, and is much better, much more refined, much easier to use. 3. Squad mates. It has some of my favorite squad mates. Of course, Legion, even though he's pretty much added at the end of the game. Morden. Grunt. Of course, Garrus. My boy Garrus, my best friend. Shepard's bro. And of course, we have returning characters like Dr. Chakwas and, of course, Joker. Stuff, people like that. Third/fourth reason I like Mass Effect 2. The Normandy. It's much improved since Mass Effect 1, and to be honest, I prefer the Mass Effect 2 and 3 loadout, or loadout in terms of area for the Normandy. Mainly because I don't have to walk down those goddamn fucking stairs every time I want to go up and to a different floor. It's just an elevator, and also I don't have to wait for that fucking door to open. So yeah. Also, there's a bunch of other stuff. There's references to Mass Effect 1. There's no Mako, so no fucking terrible driving vehicle. I prefer the Hammerhead over the Mako. But then again, I prefer the Nomad to everything else from Mass Effect Andromeda. And it's also why Mass Effect Andromeda is my third favorite Mass Effect game. So my tier list, of course, goes Mass Effect 2, 3, Andromeda, 1. Now, the reason I know a lot of people are going to get heated about me saying Mass Effect 1 is at the bottom of my tier list. The reason why is not because of the story, not because of gameplay. It is the Mako. The Mako is the sole reason why that it gets put down to the bottom of the list, and it's because it's used so much for the open world stuff. If you want to do the side missions, get most of the content done and all that, it is so needed for those kind of missions. And of course, even some of the main missions like Feros and Novaria, it's used then, and it has such a terrible driving mechanic and just handles really badly, even in Legendary Edition. It's more improved, but it just handles terribly. So yeah, those are my reasons for Mass Effect 1 being the bottom of my list. Still a great story, and I have some really good moments. And of course, if you want to see my entire playlist of the Mass Effect games, I do have one for all games in the series that's going to be updated every time I do a stream. As we add, of course, each new episode to that playlist. And then we have a separate playlist. We have a separate playlist for Mass Effect 1. We're going to create the Mass Effect 2 playlist when I get on PC after the stream. I'll create the playlist. I also have some thumbnails that I made using the Shepherd sort of wallpaper maker. Legendary Edition wallpaper maker. Someone, I think it was EA made it, and then someone took it because they took it offline and made their own website so that you could make your own your own wallpapers with it. So I made one for each of the series, and of course it's both the red and blue. I didn't want to go fully blue or fully red, so Paragon or Renegade. I did a mix because I like the look of it from the original artwork. So yeah, other than that, we're gonna do some stuff. Options, mainly graphics. Motion blur. I'm gonna favor quality because I like quality. Sound. I'm sorry guys if you guys think the weird things about my music, but no, if I do not put them down like too much, yeah, it ends up with them overpowering my voice. Controls. Camera sensitivity, stick configuration. No, we're not going to do another default. Gameplay. We're going to play Veteran. We are playing on Veteran. They're going to use their things. Subtitles on. Autosaves on. So we played on Veteran in Mass Effect 1, and we're going to play in Veteran in Mass Effect 2, and then we're going to do the same with Mass Effect 3. So yeah. Difficulty is intended for players who have experience with shooters and RPGs and looking for a challenge. Enemies are tougher, react faster, and have upgraded weapons, and use powers more frequently. So yes. Also, I have no trophies. Well, I have a bunch of Mass Effect 1 trophies. I am going to plan on maybe doing a Mass Effect on Insanity, but not on stream, at least on YouTube. I'll probably do it on a Twitch stream maybe. But other than that, yeah. I have not done anything, you see. So yeah, it's going to take me multiple, of course, playthroughs to do all these, but yeah, let's go on. Important ME1 character, Duncan Shepherd. Duncan Shepherd, of course, my name is Duncan. For those who don't know, Dragneel is just something I use to, of course, yeah. But anyway, let's begin. Yep, everything's pretty much the same. That's what I want. Okay, so we were rank 55, we were soldier, we were Paragon. Commander Shepard followed the Paragon path. We were full Paragon, like I mean completely Paragon. Rex survived. Alenko Caden was killed on Vermide. Council was saved, and of course we gave it to Counselor or Ambassador Udina because of course he's gonna get this. He's gonna get the Counselor seat in Mass Effect 3 anyway, so we may as well just give it him in Mass Effect 1, so he's made it in Mass Effect 2. Continuity. Just give it continuity and not have fucking Admiral Anderson be the one that, you know, is the one in Mass Effect 2. But yeah. I think you guys get to see my choices via the comic thing. So yeah. Let's just hope that it's not too loud for you all. If there is any audio issues, please tell me. I will try to fix them, of course, via the
Shepard
menus.
did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
I'm going to mute while I eat.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
I love this. Man, I love the Normandy looks amazing though. And they upgraded the textures for this game.
Disengaging FTL.
So it does look
drives.
good.
Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the
Damn,
long-range
Presley
scanner.
looks good even though he's...
Unidentified vessel.
Something's gonna happen.
Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time? Ah!
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye.
I do like that they kind of give us the Mass Effect 1 armor, but gave it the Mass Effect 2 look, like helmet look.
Everybody in!
Like
Go,
they probably
go,
updated
go!
the helmets. Because while this cutscene's going on, I will go take the dog out. Like guys, let's see. Oh, watch this. I'm currently letting the dog out at the same time as playing this.
Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
Dog's outside, I put the door open, and I am seeing... Goddamn, this game does look beautiful. Hey, look at the mad guy. Oh, give me a second, everyone.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, watch the arm.
Stand side, go on.
Commander! Shepard!
So yeah, Mass Effect 1 ends, and Mass Effect 2 begins. Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. Would you like to review the story so far? Yes. I'm going to let you guys listen to this.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered
turns out
Benezia
it
to use
shows
the same
the
technique
order in which
Liara
we
had
did
used
the
on me
mission,
to
that's
extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Kaidan with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Kaidan was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Kaidan's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. I didn't much like Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing to be the bad guy, for the sake of the greater good. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
And boom. How long was that? That was 30 minutes. Goddamn. Maybe what, 20 odd minutes for a single comic? To be honest, I'm glad it said, like, it literally took into
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
into effect my choices of squad mates
The
for
Lazarus
missions
project will proceed as planned.
and the order I did certain missions, especially like if I did Novaria first with Liara, or saved Liara, did Novaria first, then went to Pharaohs. So yeah. Also took from the fact that I only romanced Liara in the second game, or in the first game. So yeah. I like it. The Genesis comics are a really good thing. Missing in action. There we go. Save your crew from an overwhelming attack. Oh. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna set the imported face. So assault rifle, shotgun, sniper rifle, heavy pistol. So I would go adept, which is biotics. Heavy, but you only get heavy pistol, submachine gun. Heavy pistol, submachine gun, heavy pistol, submachine gun, shotgun, heavy pistol, submachine gun, sniper rifle, heavy pistol, submachine gun. Like, literally, a soldier's the only time you get an assault rifle. And to be honest, I like soldier. Now, Mass Effect 3, I will be switching to biotics. So yeah, I'm thinking of this. Oh, your achievements gave you access to following bonus powers. Select one. Oh, okay, so I can only get flashbang grenade. Ah, is it because it's because the fact that I didn't get certain. So what? Okay, let me just check. What? Sorry. Got it. Mass Effect. Legendary Edition to unlock. Read. So you must complete Samara's loyalty mission. Ah. So basically, because I've not played Mass Effect 2 already, I need, so each of these other ones are basically a Mass Effect 2 based achievement. So, yeah, bonus power, advanced train 1 unlock even with loyalty squad, okay. So yeah. Okay, looks like that was that's the problem. I haven't done the Mass Effect 2 before. So yeah, we'll have to use flashbang grenade for now. As your character is complete, you will be unable to change any settings. Yep. So yeah.
Something's wrong. Reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Of course, in this game, we are going to be romancing Tali.
Wake up,
So, yeah.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
Jeez, Miranda.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. Don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Yeah. Give me a second. Okay.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your
Please reconsider your aggressive attitude.
Okay, I need to wait until my thing.
System not designed for specialized ammunition.
Are down. But
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
I'm gonna check. Was there anything up here? I never looked up here, so. Okay, so that's the medical room that I was in. Anything in here? I never really look around in this mission because it's not really. There's not really much to do in this one.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Yeesh.
Maureen, here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them.
We've been...
Take the elevator down one floor.
Okay.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position.
So yeah, welcome to Cerberus Laptop.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Okay. Roll safe. Yep, let's get some credits.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Anything else for me to look at? Nope. Okay. Let's get back over there. So basically, yeah, Mass Effect 2, one of my favorites.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted
I think it's because she was afraid that I'd become the favorite.
Incoming! Get over here! Shut. What the hell?
There we go.
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Okay, so let's just, we're gonna map the power. Whenever you go for secondary ammo.
Falling back. Gotta hurt. Yeah.
Damn it. I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like flashbang.
I promise I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Okay, my injuries first.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone.
Yeah.
They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you.
DLC for the third game.
You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
Project
What
Lazarus.
can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Attack on the station.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
Yep. Normandy
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Where are they now?
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Okay,
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Miranda.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, This is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Yeah. Let's get through here. So yeah, this series is gonna of course be, like I said, or like Mass Effect 1. Well, it's gonna be like the Mass Effect 1 series, or playlist, or playthrough that we did, where we're gonna of course do 2 streams per week. So the next 2 episodes, or part 3 and part 4, will be available on, well, will be live on Wednesday.
Shepard, down
Just give me a second. I need to check what day Wednesday is. Okay, so it's the 13th. It's because I've got stuff going on those 3 days, so I have to make sure I get stuff done. But if there is any changes to next week's schedule, I will tell you beforehand. Hopefully Wednesday I can still do my stream, and of course Thursday and Tuesday won't have too much, but it's basically anywhere between the 11th to the 14th we'll be having some stuff happen. So yeah, I'm just going to get my stream back up on my chat on this. So yeah. I'm just going to check everything before. Okay, let's talk to Wilson.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station on the...
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Yep.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only 2 possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
You can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Oh, no.
You told me you were with the Alliance. I don't like being played for a sucker.
I didn't lie to you, Commander. I was with the Alliance, before I joined Cerberus. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too, but right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've seen...
Yeah.
We've been spotted.
Come on over!
Let's go this way.
Right!
Going this way mainly just so we can take out some enemies.
Excuse me. Careful.
Staying close.
Rerouting
Stern!
forces have engaged. Hostile forces have engaged.
Right with you. On it. All mine.
There we go.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus project will proceed as planned.
So yeah, I was talking about Shepard and how we were exposed to the vacuum of space, basically. Oh, great! My favorite type of hacking game, match. Matching video game. Okay, so basically just then we just get a bunch of credits. We need as many credits as possible because, to be honest, you do end up buying a lot of gear. Mainly just some upgrades and, of course, weapons and armor. Because there are some cool pieces of armor I want to get.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the Elusive Man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
Other survivors?
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Destination?
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The Elusive Man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or two, in your case. Come on.
Yeah, technically. But still, fucking Cerberus. I do not like Cerberus. Neither does Shepard. Especially after what they do in Mass Effect 3.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted, and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you, if you let it.
Yep.
I read the report. 50 Marines died in a cruise. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Kaidan Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Kaidan gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision.
Yep.
Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
Yep,
I suppose you're right.
he's full
We'll have
alongside
to
me.
hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
To be honest, I do like the come on, the ships and stations in Mass Effect look cool as shit. Mass Effect 2 makes...
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Mass Effect 2 makes things a lot better. Okay, helmet. Yeah, so you can get the N7 helmet, which is the Mass Effect 1 type helmet, or the N7 breather helmet, or the recon hood. I'm gonna go with the breather helmet. And material, I'm gonna go with the darker color, the tint. I'm definitely going with the, wait, is there a blacker dark, or darker black? Yeah, dark black, and then we're gonna go for a red tint. And with this tint pan, and we are gonna go with the sort of darker red. You know what? We might go green. That kind of looks nice, but to be honest, you know what? Actually, yeah. Go with the red. I think I might go with the darker red, though. Well, at least on the pattern color. No, okay. We'll do that. Darker red than the thing. Yeah, okay, there we go. This is our thing, and then our casual appearance, we're gonna go with the, N7 hoodie. I like the N7 hoodie. To be honest, I might plan on getting one of my own, because I do want a zip-up hoodie. A new one. I've got a green one currently, but I've not used it in forever, and it's been, well, I've not washed it in over a year, because I never really used it. It was okay, it's just, yeah, not that great.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
If this is a threat against humanity,
yeah,
you
Alliance
need to
should be
mobilize the
involved.
Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself.
Yep.
I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one.
To be honest, I think the
Jacob's
Elusive Man is
soldier,
like a good
one of the
character,
best.
and
He's never fully trusted me,
like
but he's always been
the way his
honest about it.
character is put throughout both
You'll
Mass
be
Effect
just fine with them.
2 and 3
For now.
has been very is a very interesting thing.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Very elusive. Return to active duty. So yeah. Squad. Okay, let's do some upgrades. We've got 8 things. I don't want to do. I'm looking to maybe go back into or to do concussive shot. So I want to do adrenaline. Okay, do that. Do concussive shots level 2 and disruptor ammo and incendiary ammo. There we go. Also, we are going to mostly go Paragon. There are going to be some Renegade options we choose because, of course, some Renegade options are amazing. So yeah, just let you know. Hi, Cassie. Sorry, everyone. If you guys don't know, I have a dog. Her name is Cassie. She's a Missy Bobissy. Hey, doll. She is very old. She's 14, 15 years. We actually think she's probably around 15 years now. She's also losing her winter coat, so she's very, very... She's shedding like a bitch. Like, there's so much hair around here. Come on, Cassie. In the room. Go on. Go on to your bed. On to your bed. Go. Yeah, she is... Yeah, we both live downstairs because it's much easier for her being old, since she needs to go out so often. It saves her from going up and down the stairs all the time. Isn't that right, Cassie? Isn't that right? Yeah. She's a big baby. Oh, she likes the scratches I give her. Okay, Cassie. Out of my way. Come on. Move. Come on, let me get through. Thank you. So yeah. Doggo. I love her. She is a very good doggo. Well, she's a good doggo, but then she's also a bad doggo at the same time. She doesn't listen sometimes. We'll talk to Miranda and Jacob next time. When we get on the Normandy. But yeah. Yep, Mass Effect 2. So, yeah, you receive the following bonuses for importing a level 55 character into Mass Effect 2. 3,500 experience, start at level 4, 146,000 credits, 9,000 element 0, 9,000 iridium, 9,000 palladium, 9,000 platinum, 180 paragon, 24 renegade. Of course, the M100 grenade launcher, and so we got credits for the mission itself. And we just leveled up to level 5 itself. So yeah. Of course, freedom's progress.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing.
Yeah. Need to investigate.
No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared. We've got no target to go after.
Let me just check. I need to check my controller because I'm planning on maybe playing some Power World after this. I'll sort out the playlist tonight. So, yeah. There'll be Mass Effect 2 playlist for the Legendary Edition. This is going to actually... I'm going to add this to the actual Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough, all games in the series. So this is already added to that playlist. That has its own thumbnail, which has... Basically, it's a combination of my favorite characters from all the games. And, of course, each one has its own little artwork in the bottom middle. Mass Effect 1 has the sort of Eden Prime artwork. Mass Effect 2 has the sort of like... It's like a black hole with a bunch of like space junk and the Normandy. And then, of course, Mass Effect 3 has a Reaper coming down and then like a bunch of destroyed buildings. Representing, of course, the Reaper invasion. Mass Effect 1 has an Eden Prime with Sovereign. And then, of course, Mass Effect 3 has the Citadel. Oh no, Mass Effect Legend Edition, all games in the series, has the Citadel with the, of course, the Normandy flying away from it. I thought that represented the main series, or all the series, you know, like being, you know, the Citadel being a big part of, like, all the games. Well, Mass Effect 2 is not as big of a part. It's still there, it's still useful, because, of course, there's a bunch of other stuff. Hi, Cassie, you get head pats. So, yeah. Thought,
are you sure you'll be comfortable following
get those
my
thumbnails
orders?
done.
We didn't bring you
I
back
had
from
to,
the dead
of
just
course,
to second-guess
resize
you,
the
Commander. If the
them
elusive
from
man
being
says you're in charge,
wallpapers
you're in charge.
to thumbnail size. So they were resized from what, 3.6 something, 3,650 by I think something, I can't remember the actual dimensions, but it is my basically my TV because yes, for those who don't know, I play on a TV because I mostly play console games.
At other colonies, official investigators got there first.
I don't have a separate
Sometimes
monitor for my
looters or
PC.
salvage teams as well.
Not right
We're
now.
hoping to
at
be the
least.
first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Someone could still be there alive. Yeah, we do want to
Our
save as
first
many
priority is
people.
to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Yeah. What I'm guessing is it's similar to how other colonies are made. Put down a colony ship, landed on the, or have a colony ship, landed on the planet. Let's see, sorry. I'm guessing that might be it. That looks nothing like a, well, maybe it might just be a rock bases. But no, there might be a colony ship. Basically what they do is bring a colony ship in, dismantle it as the basis of the colony, and then basically build habitation blocks. Well, at least that's what usually happens in a lot of sci-fi stuff. So we have to go through here, and then out here, and then through there. But we're gonna meet someone. My favorite.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
We are gonna meet someone in a bit. Oops, we need fire. Yeah, my triggers are very sensitive on the PlayStation controller. That's one thing I don't like. Trigger sensitivity is a major thing for...
Strange.
it.
No bodies, no structural damage, no signs of battle.
Yeah, let's search this area. So let's go there, but I want to of course check this area. Hey, it's the oh no, it looks similar to them. It looks similar to the Mass Effect 1, like probes.
Hear that? Sounds like vendor specs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies. Backup systems engaged.
On target!
Hostiles to the right! Shoot them before they take out the shield.
Got it. Have a nice trip! Right.
You bet.
Wait, actually, yeah, I've got to do overload.
Got it.
Down.
Yeah, I forgot.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Okay, squads. Okay, squad members. Cerberus officer, I want to get that. Yeah, let's get that to level 3, and then let's get overload to level 2. Conservative operative, and then pull. And of course, I am just basically, I'm going to be on combat mastery. I want to get combat mastery, definitely. And I'll probably go shock trooper or commando. I'm going to go mainly as incendiary ammo, but I will get disruptor and disruptor to maybe level 3. Getting concussive shot to level 4 definitely. And adrenaline rush to level 3. Let's get medkit or medikit. Okay, that's that. That's to that. That to that. And that to that.
We've been spotted.
Have a nice trip. Sure thing.
So yeah. Mechs. Okay, let's go in. And guess who we found?
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
Understandable. So he has anxiety.
Unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
There was originally going to be a thing so that you could basically recruit Tali earlier, but of course being on 2 discs. Oh, the original game being on 2 discs.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care.
So yeah, it was separated into 2 discs for Mass Effect 2.
Alert. Have a nice trip.
Impact.
Yeah, for the base game, originally Mass Effect 2 being on 2 discs, it made, you know, of course, going after any of the squad members that are technically in the second half of the game, impossible. And they couldn't edit it and do away with that in for the Legendary Edition, sadly. I would have liked to be able to recruit Tali earlier, and maybe Legion. Or recruit Tali earlier, because there are... Or no, recruit Legion earlier, and have Tali, or meet Legion, like, on her recruitment mission. So yeah.
Use overload on her. Moving to target.
I'm getting excited.
One left. Here we go.
You're done.
Okay, where the fuck? Oh, was he there? Fucking hell.
Shepard, Praza, and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's get to that being level. So, just so we can do that. Boom. Cineration. Okay.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Affirmative. One less.
I've got him. Target down.
Easy enough.
I'll put him down.
Here we go. Understood.
One meaty mother, huh? Got a line.
There we go.
Shepard, we are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
So, I know there are a couple people who are confused about the fact that I always say Roger that.
Going to cover.
To people.
Sure
it's just,
thing.
I am gonna say it's a little bit of a thing about me that
Take
I actually
point, Shepard.
I've done that for a long time, and it's just something I couldn't fucking shake off of. It's kind of habit, basically. It's a habit from cadet days. Basically, technically, it was a habit from my CA cadet days.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go put on Disruptor Armor for now.
Overload will take out their shields.
Using Sundering Armor.
It's gonna blow!
There we go. Okay, let's talk to Tali.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Roger that, Tali. Also good to see you. Yeah, I do love this game, and I'm, like I said, it's my favorite out of the entire series. And to be honest, I'd love to play. I'm glad I'm playing this again. And to be honest, after I've done this entire series, I'm planning on maybe getting the Mass Effect Andromeda. It will be like later. It might even be like next year by the time I do this. But it will be eventually.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide.
Pawn Paragon or Renegade actions. This is the one thing I do like about this game. You can do Paragon and Renegades.
You're human.
Interrupts.
Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one.
And I know what they really are.
They usually work through intermediaries, like
if you
slavers
play
or
this
hired
game, you
mercenaries.
know what they really are.
If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his Enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
That could be true. Swarms.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the quarry and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
No.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Vitor goes with Tali.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Yep. That's the one thing, if fucking Miranda was in charge, we'd be gone by now. Before Tali. You know, all that shit.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress.
Shepard's the only one I think
Quarians
can
forwarded
lead
their findings
them.
from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these collectors.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Omega-4 relay.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage.
An IFF.
If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Interested in humans, though. Because the fact is... Yeah,
any ideas on
humans.
why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
What are you trying to tell me?
You're holding something back. How do you know the
What
Reapers are
are you
involved?
telling me?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign.
Yeah,
You
well,
and I
it's the
know better.
Council.
I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march.
The Alliance
We need to
believes
take
me.
the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I'm a Spectre.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
I had a good team.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Ashley?
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Rex?
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Tali?
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Garrus?
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Liara?
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
To be honest, yeah.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
Hey,
I can't believe it's
Joker.
you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
The SR2. Bigger than the last one, but still stealthy. Oh, that music. Although, there is one piece of music that I'm looking forward to, and it's in Mass Effect 3.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Oh, Cole. The only name we could give a ship like this. Normandy. Oh. Man, do I love the Normandy. That's confirmed as a source of attacks on Freedom Progress. Quarian survivors Vitor returned with survivor Vitor returned with Tali to the migrant fleet. Will examine his Omnitool data for anything useful. Heavy weapons upgrade, heavy weapon ammo, credits, and uploads iridium. So yeah, we're an hour and a half into the stream. We have a drink while we're going for a cutscene. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, throat was getting dry.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced
Omega.
technology to immobilize their
She's
victims.
definitely
We'll need him to
New
develop a
Zealand.
countermeasure to protect us.
She's definitely from New Zealand. She has that New Zealand sort of Omega sort of accent. Similar to how Omega from Bad Batch says it. Oh no, so this is my ship.
You still don't get it, do you? You're not in charge of this mission. I am.
Operative Lawson makes a valid point, Shepard. Without the Professor, any encounter with the Collectors would result in failure.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Yep.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Back to his Alliance days. Of course, galaxy map. New destinations from Normandy. Private terminal. Armory. Elevator. Captain's quarters. Tech lab. So yeah, let's go into...
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Let's go talk to Joker first. We may as well. Talk to Joker. See what he's up to. Look at this.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Oof.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Yeah.
Leather?
Okay, Joker I do need to speak to.
Commander.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
How are things in the cockpit?
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
If you don't want to hear it, turn the damn sound off.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It's still watching. Like some creepy kid staring at the back of your head in comp side. You just want to punch him, but he's special and he sets fires or something. Okay, a little too far there, but you know what I mean.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks. I'll remember this.
That's a Telltale's joke.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yep. Oh god, that's the one problem. We have a thing where sometimes the head just starts looking at things. Yeah, like it starts looking at the, because of the I think it was, where was it? Examine thing. It was as it was we were coming through here.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Yeah, let's talk to Yeoman Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Give me a second, I need to check something, everyone. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, I was just wondering because you can romance Kelly Chambers in this game, but I was just wondering if the Kelly Chambers one, does anything else.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked
Does
by
it,
the
like,
Elusive
sort
Man
of
to help fight the
complicate
greatest threat
things with
known to
Tali?
humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Okay, let's go to the captain's quarters first. Anything else? Because we do have, of course, the reason why we're going to sort of semi-romance Kelly is so that she can feed our fish. Because, well, the fact is, I know for a fact that my fish are going to die because, hey, it's Liara. Team status, of course, I'm going to change some of the outfits. Of course, Liara's or Miranda's outfit. Yeah, there are more squad members in Mass Effect 2 than any of the other games. Unread messages from Anderson. On the off chance the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put us on the council, and it's only fair that that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what you've been hearing. Sorry, guys. Of course, mission about of course, Zaid Masani. Lost contact with survey ships, MSV Rosalie, the Hammerhead Planet-side exploration rover, Normandy crash site, which we will eventually do, Recon Hood, Overlord, which we will be. So, okay, here's how it's going to work. We're going to do the main game, and then after we've done the main game, we are going to do the DLCs. So Overlord and all that will be done after the main game, while also including us doing the last thing we'll be doing is the not Bring Down the Skies. It's the DLC that is the Batarian DLC. That one. Main reason why we're going to do that one last is because it sets up Mass Effect 3 so much. Also, there's a difference when you have if you do it after the game instead of it actually being the collector version of Harbinger. It's actually the Reaper version of Harbinger you actually talk to. So yeah, we're going to do it that way. So yeah, DLCs after the game. So that includes also the Shadow Broker DLC, Arc Projector, Rendezvous with Kasumi Goto. So we are going to do, of course, the loyalty missions for Kasumi, the Saeed, and others. Just because we're going to do them since we need their things. Ascension Financial Services, your account. Your remaining balance is, of course, 100,000 credits. So yeah. And of course, armor, we get the Recon Hood, yeah. To be honest, it's not good. It's not that great. It's only got increased weapon damage, but to be honest, I prefer this one, increased health. And of course, everything that... Yeah. We'll change this. The leather jacket. And of course, all the stuff here. And we'll finish off, because we are going to be streaming later, and of course I don't want to do too much in this video. We're going to go talk to... You know what, we'll go talk to Miranda as our last thing. Yeah, this is funny interaction.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Yeah, this is a little, of course, think about that. Yep. Men's restroom. And then, of course, the women's restroom. Let's go get Dr. Chocolate. Because, yes.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Leaving the Alliance.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in.
Ooh.
Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Yep.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
That's the thing. That's the one thing. Most of the crew here joined because of Shepard. Only a few joined because they were Cerberus. But most trust and believe Shepard is doing the right thing. And what he chooses to do is the right thing.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Yep.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
So yeah, find a bottle of Cerasite brandy. Somewhere.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Master Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
I get it. Total humor.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the Ezo rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Do you need anything?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
Help?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me a
list.
list.
That way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
I'm getting a couple missions done because, of course, these are, like, of course, small things that we can do. Let's get incendiary ammo. Yeah, incendiary ammo upgraded. Codex mission. Yeah, Codex stuff. Okay, let's talk to Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group.
The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
Cerberus resources.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk.
Obviously.
We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Elusive man.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
What makes you think so? Because, like, to be honest, he's elusive. He's called the Elusive Man. And, of course, he doesn't really talk to anyone. And keeps his background and history a mystery.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions. Even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human.
Yep.
Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Yeah, her father basically engineered her to basically
Miranda.
be
I'll talk to you
perfect
later.
in every way.
Of course, Commander.
It's
Whatever
creepy
you
that he
need.
engineered his daughter to look basically extremely beautiful and, of course, like, you know, genetically perfect in looks. Kind of a bit creepy. Not gonna lie. Let's go to the captain's quarters standoff. We'll talk to everyone else at the beginning of the next episode, which will be tonight, of course, at 8 p.m. So yeah, let's just stand over here. So yeah, you know what? Stand. Where is there anywhere like really light? No, this is like nothing with really light in it. Okay, that's as best as we can do. I am very sorry, everyone, for the lighting. Oh god, it does not really look as even better on fucking video, but I'm sorry. I hope you guys do enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. And as I usually say, well, actually first, before we do the ending, make sure to join us, of course, 8 p.m. tonight. Make sure to join us on Monday. Hopefully if stuff goes well with next week because we've got the council and all that coming out to us. IRL situation, stuff like that. Yeah. Also got my Universal Credit appointment tomorrow, so yeah. They're mainly just to check up on me and see if I'm doing okay. But anyway, should be hopefully business as usual. Maybe Wednesday, it might not be as great because of course we'll be doing stuff and sorting stuff out. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. As I usually say, we are many, we are strong, we are one. We are the better. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll speak to you guys later. And remember, well, the Reapers are coming. We've got to be ready for that. So let's prepare.